Hello everyone and welcome. In advance of the AgGateway Annual Conference in November, the Education Committee has produced a series of webinars in conjunction with other active committees in the organization. Our goal is to share the mission and agenda for each committee and encourage members to get involved in the organization's activities in a deeper way through committee participation. My name is Paul Schrimpf. I am Group Editor of the Crop Life Media Group, an AgGateway member organization, and I will serve as your session moderator. You are currently tuned into the Conference Committee Overview session, and I am pleased to welcome Karen Thomas, who will be presenting on behalf of the Conference Committee. Welcome, Karen, and I'll invite you to get the session started.
Thank you, Paul. Today we'll cover a variety of items circling around the Conference Committee: its purpose, the participants, the benefits, our current activities, the cross-committee interaction involved, plans for the future, some of our supporting documentation and where that's stored, and then just a brief summary. When you think about the Conference Committee purpose, it's critical for our committee to create vital and exciting conferences throughout the year. So today we oversee all the conference and conference-related issues for the organization. It's through the use of these conferences that AgGateway strives to keep our member companies abreast of activities throughout the various committees and councils, while allowing time for us as members to collaborate and learn about industry topics. We do this through both a mid-year meeting, which is predominantly focused on council meetings, committee meetings, and project meetings, and then our annual meeting, which is coming up in November of this year. The annual meeting is an opportunity for us to bring in a lot of industry experts, as well as having time for each of our councils and committees to interact on a face-to-face basis. The Conference Committee has a committee chair, who's currently Judy Wharf, the vice chair, myself, and then we have representation from the majority of the councils. We do have a couple vacancies at this time, so if you do have interest and are serving on one of these councils, you can certainly reach out and let us know. We're happy to have additional participants. The representatives from each council keep their representative councils updated on activities and also bring us input from each of their respective councils to ensure that each council has a representative voice in the creation of the conferences. Each representative on our committee is assigned various tasks associated with preparation for those meetings and conferences. And they don't always have to be tasks that involve you having to get up in front of people and talk. So there are a lot of behind-the-scenes roles that are key to making the conferences happen. Some of the benefits of participating on this committee are that you get to have a large contribution to the two critical meetings that are held to bring our AgGateway members together to collaborate and learn. You also have a unique opportunity to work closely with members from all other councils, which you may not have other exposure to. This committee also interacts a lot with the management team and the executive group of AgGateway, enabling you to learn a little bit more about AgGateway and their longer-term objectives, as we're always planning multiple years at the same time. In addition, you have an additional benefit of learning a great deal about meeting planning, facilitation, and organization, which can be helpful and vital in any role that you may hold in any organization. On top of that, through the speakers that we potentially engage, you'll have an opportunity to interact with them and learn more about their specific industries in which they operate. Currently, we're focused on finalizing our plans for the 2011 annual meeting. We're also prepping for the 2012 meetings, the CCP meeting, which is the mid-year meeting focused on councils, committees, and projects, as well as a year out from now, the annual meeting. We continually evaluate lessons learned from prior meetings to enable each future meeting to be better and better. We also involve ourselves in reviewing the nominations for the annual awards and preparing marketing material for the upcoming annual meeting. So there's really a role for everyone to play. The cross-committee interaction is vital with our committee in that it's critical we have input from each of the other councils to ensure that they all have an equal voice in the creation of the upcoming meetings. And I would like to reiterate that there's also a great deal of interaction with the management team in hearing their goals that they desire from our upcoming meetings. As far as plans for the future and goals for our committee, we strive to deliver better and better meetings each year. We would like to maintain very active participation from each council on our committee. And we'd also like to strive to incorporate other events and activities at each of our upcoming annual conferences, as well as providing more cross-council interaction and information to share. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about our committee council, then please refer to the AgGateway site, and you can see some of our supporting documentation out there. Refer to the other council members and get a feel for the amount of documentation necessary to support this committee. To summarize, if you'd really like to get involved, and we hope that you will, please feel free to reach out to Judy or myself. And of course, there's no cost to participate. There is a time commitment of about 1 hour per week, and this can change depending on the level of activity that's required for the upcoming meetings that are being planned. We generally hold a bi-weekly conference call, and then as the annual meeting approaches, we normally will have a weekly meeting, but the sessions are a little bit shortened then, as most of the details have been finalized for the upcoming meeting. We hope that you'll consider a commitment to participating in the conference committee and look forward to entertaining any of your questions that you may have. Thank you very much for your time today, and look forward to working with you.
Well, Karen, thank you very much for that informative overview of your committee and its current activities. We do encourage you all listening to attend this or any of the committee meetings of interest while you are at the AgGateway Annual Conference in Las Vegas coming up in November. For more information on AgGateway, including conference agenda and registration, visit www.aggateway.org.